What a move by Howie Roseman! Whoa! Yo, everybody, how you doing? So I want to talk about moves left for the Eagles to make before the season starts. Now, you remember last year, 8 days before the season even started, the Eagles were able to trade Sam Bradford to Minnesota after Teddy Bridgewater had gotten hurt. Now, it was a great move, and it was a great situation that the Eagles found themselves in. I mean, if you look at it, really, Howie Roseman, I may bitch and complain about him a lot, but the things that he does do good is he's good with numbers, he's good with contracts, and he makes pretty good trades, it seems. He seems to work out some pretty complex trades, and he deserves credit from that. He deserves credit from me. So, here's your credit, Howie Roseman. Now, going into preseason, I believe there's still some moves that the Eagles need to make. Now, everybody, I've said over and over again, that I'm lukewarm on the offseason as a whole. And a lot of it has to do with the way they went into the offseason and the choices that they did not make instead of made. Now, when you had guys like Jason Peters, who is 35 years old, and he's probably going to play his last year and retire, to me, it was time to cut the rope, let him go. See you later. Thank you so much. We'll bring you back as a great later on, but we need the cap money. We need the space. And it was things like that, not just Peters, but I also thought Kelsey. I also thought Kendricks. These are moves that they had to make that maybe didn't make them better this year, but it made everything more stable to year 3 and years 4. Because, like, for instance, if I put Lane Johnson at left tackle, he has to adjust to playing left tackle from right tackle. I also have to get a new right tackle. So, though it didn't happen this year, it's going to happen. So all they're doing is kicking the can down the road. Now, if Peters goes next year and Lane moves to left tackle, now you still have to get a right tackle. Kelsey may not be there next year either. So you may have a new right tackle, left tackle, and center. So what I'd like to see happen is guys like Peters, if given an opportunity through injury or situational for another team, that they can trade a guy like Peters or they can trade a guy like Kelsey. I'd like to see them do that and take advantage of it. I'm not saying they have to flat out cut them. What I'm saying is use the same tactics that you used to get rid of Bradford last year and do it with guys like Peters and Kelsey. You have guys that can play and fill those positions. Then you move Lane to left tackle. Now Lane Johnson will struggle at times at left tackle. You may not be as strong having Lane Johnson at left tackle right away, but by the end of the year, you got that spot is filled for the next 4 or 5 years, even longer. You got guys like Big V. Even Alan Barber has played right tackle and can play tackle. So you can move him or V there for a year. But what this does is not only does it free up cap space, it allows guys to take their proper spot where they're going to be long term. And yes, it may make you have times that you struggle this year, but in the long run, it's better to do that now than to do it next year or the year after when you have this happening in so many other places as well. So I hope that Howie Roseman will be open to this kind of thing at preseason or before training camp starts or whenever the opportunity rises. But I think there's things that they can do like that, like they did with the Bradford trade last year. That's my thoughts on it. Take care. I'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend. Have a great holiday. And don't be a dingbat.